Hi, it's me. It's been a while. I know I've been MIA. I've been getting the hang of my disability that I have now, and uh, I will get into the details later. But first, I want to talk where I was first and how I am basically stuck uh, with unemployment. And before I got my disability. Um, I was working at a insurance call center as a bilingual customer service. Um, I was working there, and it's a very, very stressful job because of the customers and like back-to-back calls. And I did not manage my levels of stress well, especially because where the legalities and like different states have different rules and all that stuff, um, I couldn't manage the stress well, and I can feel it that almost every week I was getting sick and sicker, to the point that it got really, really bad. Uh, that I got my first vertigo episode. Um, a vertigo episode, whenever I have one, I'm going to talk to my first one. Um, I was at work in the office. Um, I was on a call, and I remember that it was like almost by the end of the call that I got my head to feel very light. I started to feel dizzy. Then my head starts to spin and I started to feel nausea. And I was just sitting down in front of my computer just talking to a customer. I wasn't even moving. It just happened all of a sudden. And to give some sort of like a timeline, that was like on late 2023 um, when it happened. And I closed the call as soon as I can, and I hang up my phone and just went to the bathroom and just tried to throw up it or like see if I can throw up. I got out, went to my manager, and as soon as my manager saw me, he was like, "Yeah, no, um, go home. You look awful." Basically, he just like, yeah, no, you look bad. Go home. I was looking like very pale, to the point that he was like, hey, you seems like you're going to fall. Like, do you need me to go with you to your car? And I had to lay down on a couch that is in the office for a little bit because I have to. I told my uh, manager to call my spouse to pick me up, and my spouse picked me up from work, and on the way from work to home, that is basically like a 10-minute drive, it became like a 30-minute drive. It was painful to just look at the because it happened at night, to look at the street lights or the car. It was intense, um, and the motion sickness of the movement of the car going back and forth, it was intensified. Um, it was hell. Then I finally got home, and we finally got home, and I started to throw up for like an hour, until my stomach, until until it was just stomach vile, and that's when the dizziness and the off balance and the um, all those symptoms just like sort of stop, and I could finally just like fall asleep, and every movement felt like a push, like someone is just trying to push me. um, it was it was bad. And then the next day, I felt it in my right ear that there was something wrong. I was missing hearing, and throughout the time, come to the realization that yep, I was right. I was losing hearing. I lost 40% of my hearing in my right ear. Um, it was yeah, and especially that I like to play music is it is hell. It is fucking hell. All right. Um, when I got the first episode, I was still working at the call center. Even my coworkers and my managers were telling me to like, hey, you should probably leave. But I wanted to stay because I need to pay my bills. And I think that was the mentality that was keeping me in, but it was affecting my health to a point that my health was affecting my work, and I got fired from the call center because my metrics were low, and I just did not want to deal with it. I just said fuck. Just I'll figure it out later with this. And then I took like a month or two just to try to relax. And for that 2 months, I did not have like a vertigo. I still was having vertigo episodes. Um, my vertigo episode did not stop. Uh, they kept going. Um, I'm going a little bit rambling, but before I got fired, I was when I was working every other 2 to 3 weeks, I will have a vertigo episode, and I and it was affecting me. Uh, Not so much because I was missing work; it was more because of my other symptoms that comes with it, because even in the recovery phase for a vertigo, you don't recover like the next day. um, you recover like in 2 to 3 days, because it's a very it is not easy to recover from that, um, for that type of vertigo, because you cannot even like get up. Your body feels heavier, and when you try to get up you feel that you're going to fall. Even if you have like the best balance, you feel like that. um in When I got fired, I took 2 months off just to try to relax, and still I was getting dizziness. I couldn't do art. Like I paint miniatures, I do 3D art, I play music, uh, guitar, heavy metal, um, and I do soldering and 3D printing. I have a lot of hobbies, and I cannot concentrate for too long because I will get lightheaded and start to get dizzy, and I had to take breaks. And it was affecting, so my health was affecting me. Um, and I was getting very depressed, because the stuff that I wanted to do, I couldn't do it, because of my disability. And I was becoming fearful that I will lose my hearing, becoming fearful that I will have to uh, live with this type of disability that is not under control. So I tried to put it under control when I was working at the call center, but it was very hard to working at the call center and try to get the right doctor, because when I first to my first doctor, he told me that I have chronic ear infection. I knew that was not it. It was something else. Then I went to another doctor. She told me that I have positional vertigo, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think you know what you're talking about. There is another one the my gut feeling was telling me that yeah, it's more than likely Meniere's disease because it's in my family from my dad's side. But then come to the realization later on that it was not Meniere's, it's something else. The right diagnosis is that I have an autoimmune disorder that is affecting my balance and inner ear. That what it is because I was so stressed out on that job that it was affect that it became to affect my hearing nerves in my inner ear, and I slowly but surely started to lose hearing because of that. And I right now have it under control because I'm taking some medicine that is helping me to get that uh, level of like control over it. I hope, and for what my doctor is also hoping, that I don't need to rely so much on it, that is only for a temporary period. So like we are, or at least I am shooting no more than 6 to a year with it, with those pills for the meantime. So when I was unemployed or when I got fired and I was depressed and I was spiraling a lot, um, family, friends called me just to try to cheer me up, but there was some friends that were um, upfront with me and basically told me, you right now have one problem, and your problem is health. Your problem is your health. You cannot fix your unemployment. You cannot fix your financials. You cannot fix anything until you first fix your health. And I took that advice and I started to work out more and follow a strict diet for my um, disability. And now my strict diet is um, basically no coffee, but I love coffee, so I just instead of drinking a whole 2 cups, I just drink now just half a cup for the whole day, and that's it. Then no chocolate uh, and low sodium. I don't drink, I don't smoke, so that's easy. But because I have to have a strictly low sodium diet, um, I have to not eat outside. So I have to basically learn how to cook without salt or with a very low dose of salt. And I've been learning. I can make now my own pizza. I can bake my own bread. I can make bread with that. And yeah, just learning all that. And because I that helped me manage my my diet and also intense workout. Uh, my workout, I first started just doing yoga because I was very overweight. I was 300 no yeah 320 something pounds, and now I'm on 275. But yeah, I was overweight, no shape, just doing like 10 to 15 minutes of yoga uh, killed me. Like it was too much. And little by little, day by day, I was regaining back my strength and my yeah my strength, my cardio, and all that. Um, the thing that helped me the most is something. It's a sport that I always wanted to practice, and is kickboxing. And and practicing kickboxing, because it forces my balance system to always be on when I'm hitting the bag or just doing an intense training. It had helped me tremendously. I don't know the exact science of it, but for some reason, because I think because I'm doing a lot of head movement, it it activates the balance system, so it needs to stay active, and that has helped me a lot. Even though the hey, doing that type of intense work or workout should activate your my vertigo. That's what a lot of people tell me, but it doesn't. It just keeps it on check, for what I understand. And with I told that to my doctor, and my doctor is like, more than likely, because you're doing a lot of head movements, and when you are hitting the back and the mat, and the oops, I hit the mic. um, and whenever I hit the bag, back and forth, I have to pay attention where the back is going, so that activates the balance system. Like whenever you're playing ping pong and you have to pay attention to the ball, like where it's going, uh, for some reason that movement of your head following the ball activates your balance system. Um, and so far, since I started that, it helped me. I progressively, slowly but surely, the dizziness, the vertigos have been disappear. It is now way more under control because of the medicine. And I've been taking that medicine for almost a month now, and nothing. No vertigos, no episode. The only thing that happened, one thing happened, that is the for 10 seconds, I count them. 10 seconds I was spinning, and my eyes were going back and forth, because whenever your head spins or you're having like a vertigo, your eyes are gonna go back and forth, or like rock back and forth, from left to right or up and down. And um, it only lasted 10 seconds. And then after those 10 seconds, I just rest for like 30 minutes. And I say, fuck it, let me push it a little bit. And I did yoga, calisthenics, and kickboxing, and like nothing. Like it, like it was like a normal day. Like even that happened. And I came to the realization that the whole reason why that happened is because I wanted to get some chocolate donuts, and yeah, because I got chocolate donuts, I got 10 seconds of vertigo. Not worth it. Not worth it. Um, yeah, those are being right now like my challenges with my disability, uh, so far, and getting stuck with unemployment now. Yeah, I was receiving unemployment benefits at the time, but even the stock market, the job market was bad, even even then, and it wasn't great. Uh, Trying to look for a job. Yeah, I had for like 6 months unemployment benefits, and I tried to reapply for unemployment, but I cannot reapply until I start making money to the point that I uh, make the same amount or double the amount. No, sorry, the same amount that I was given. So they gave me a certain amount, and until I have that or until I have earned that amount, and then a 2 year has passed, then I can reapply again for unemployment. So yeah, no, it's not gonna happen so far. And to reapply for unemployment, I applied for disability uh, since February of this year, and I've been on a waiting list for the past months because of the cuts of the Social Security and the economy. Thank you, Trump and Elon. Fucking assholes. Um, I because of that, my disability check is like on waiting. Hopefully I get approved and all that stuff and gets resolved, but just on a ridiculous waiting list. Um, that does not um, put me down or yeah, like put me down or something like that because it's just temporarily. It's not forever. Um, right now, my my plans that I have is basically try to go into a trade school for either soldering or language. Because I always wanted to learn different language like Japanese, Mandarin, Arabic. Uh, I I always been curious about those languages too. Soldering because I used to do it back in high school. Uh, it was fun, like putting circuit boards together and just make them like uh, work. So and also fixing controllers, like putting different joysticks and buttons for it. Um, yeah. Uh, See if I can get like a certificate for soldering and get a job like that. Usually those takes like 6 months or something like that. Because I was going for tech. I was going for the tech industry, but then I saw the writing on the wall for AI, and AI is basically taking over of the tech industry. It is going to take over other jobs as well. I can see it taking data entry, um, some customer service stuff, and also engineering too. Like at least like the basics or the entry level engineering stuff. So I was like, no, that's I see the writing on the wall, so I'm not going to go for tech anymore. Um, because um, just to put a scenario, um, I can see this happen soon rather than later. A team of engineers are going to build, let's just say, a new highway, and they are going to do it with AI. They are not going to do the calculations. They are not going to put what the materials and all that stuff. Everything is going to be with AI, and the AI is going to make it for them. And whenever the AI finish prompting the um, let's just say the blueprints of it, and then they're going to present it to the policymakers. The policymakers are the ones that are going to decide if that road gets built or not, and those are the ones then more than likely, because they are in the policymaker, they have these types of degrees. They have liberal arts or humane, like history, philosophy, policy. Those ones are the ones that are now there were supposed to be um, called the useless degrees. I wholeheartedly believe that those ones are now going to become the most lucrative degrees now because of the human touch. Because the policymakers are the one that, or the one that has, to be more specific, not the policymakers, but the the ones that have the humane arts are going to be more critical thinking and analytic than the AI. Because let's go back to the scenario that I put, that the engineer is showing to the policymakers and the civil and the humane groups of the city to build that road. They the some of them are going to point out that, hey, that road cannot pass over there because there is a, in that area, there is an old historical village there, or there is, or it is a Native American protective area in that area that we cannot build. Because the AI more than likely is not going to recognize those patterns, and that's something that AI cannot do. Is recognizing pattern and critical thinking, and and I am 100% certain that the ones that are going to be more lucrative careers now is going to be the art as well. Because AI cannot make art. It's just photocopy. It's just copying. You are digitally printing art. You are not. You are printing. You are not making. Whenever you prompt AI to make art, and to me, that's why AI doesn't scare me for this stuff that I want to make and for the things that I want to do. Um, right now, yeah, I need money, so I'm more than likely going to be doing some soldering, but I'm not pushing my art to the side anymore. That make me, for the past years and decades, very depressed and very unhappy, just trying to survive with my job. It it wasn't it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. Now, um I'm taking now a plan, um because of what had happened with my disability and all that I've been talking for long. So my plan is the next. I'm gonna try to do at least every week. My goal is every day. That will be my goal. But I think I can make it every week. Do like a video log or journal of what I have done throughout the week, and it's going to be talking about my art and what I do. So, for example, some week I can be like, hey, today I try to do this, um, and this is the result. Even if I fail, I still wanna put it, because I don't think if I don't push myself out there more, I am not going to be looked at. And especially now that you need to be seen. So I think I'm gonna start now my uh, a healthier YouTube channel, and not just saying that I'm gonna make it, but actually do it. I'm gonna try to live stream two games that I wanna play, and also live stream, or not live stream, but like make the game logs that I want to make. So I always love uh, third person action games like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, Nier Automata. Uh, I should make a video about Nier Automata. Um, it's it's the games that I want to play. It's the games that I want to make too. So I'm I'm going to work towards that now. That's my goal. I I wanted to make like horror games and all that stuff because it's kind of like how you start, but I don't. I like horror games, but third person action is my stuff. And that's what I want to do. Um, I also not want to push out the other hobbies that I have, that is miniature painting and 3D modeling, um, and 3D printing. But I'm just gonna do it more for myself than for like trying to sell the miniatures. I think miniature painting to me is something more personal than than a job, or than to sell something. To me, it's more important my game than or to be a game developer than be a miniature maker. Because I love Warhammer, Kingdom Death, the 3D printing scene too. Love that, but I don't think I don't think that's what I want to make. I've been trying different things that I want to do. This is a, because I have ADHD, so I my brain scatters. That's why it's kind of like a little bit of a ramble, and it doesn't. Um, it goes away. Sorry. Um, yeah. So I AI art doesn't scare me. AI art is more. It is. It is nothing more than a sophisticated search engine with summarized answers that are very general and not as specific. So uh, what I mean is, an AI is it's basically this. Let's just talk about as another scenario, and let's talk about art. A 3D model. I say to this AI, let's say ChatGPT, and I put it because I have done this with AI models for 3D art, and they are very good at the general uh, visualization of what I ask for. The one that I remember the most is when I ask for a gun. I ask for I, I just said a modern 9 millimeter firearm, and I got a what it looks like a 9 millimeter gun. But when I was telling them to be a specific of what a specific gun I want, I said that I want a Smith Wesson Rhino 8 barrel revolver with a with an eyesight laser and a flashlight. And what did it did not do a 8 barrel. It just made the barrel without the holes. It made the revolver, but it make a Colt revolver. A Colt revolver is a revolver from the westerns. movies. Is a old revolver, and put an eyesight and a laser on it, and forgot the flashlight. Is it? I have seen, and to me that doesn't scare me. And and then whenever you ask for a specific technical details, like for example, 3D modeling has many um, uh, how do you say that? Many branches of study, because you have the mesh, the model, the geometry. Then you have the UVs, meaning how you gonna open the model so it can be texture, shader, light, and render. So it's a lot for 3D modeling. Um, a lot of studies they you need to do for 3D modeling. But when you are specific with AI and telling them, hey, I need this model, but reduce the poly count, or the UV islands are stretched out, try to make them more relaxed, and it cannot do it. It cannot do it. So that's why AI doesn't scare me. Uh, it is used for general, and even that they are trying to replace artists with AI, that part of AI is going to burst. That bubble of AI replacing artists is about to burst. It's going to be the first one that is going to burst, because it was the first one that were trying to replace. And then more than likely that's what's going to happen with the other industries. It's just not going to happen anytime soon, like art has been. Um, The AI boom reminds me a lot of the Industrial Revolution, when automation was taking over of factory workers. And look now we have a mix of factory workers and automation machinery. And that thing that's going to happen, but because AI is very lucrative right now, a lot of investors, what they want is just to like get rid of humans, basically, because they hate to pay for humans, like Jesus Christ, man. I I have I'm gonna quote Bill Burr. I don't hate billionaires. I don't care about them. What happened is that when you work 40 hours a week and you cannot pay rent, I think you're not a billionaire. You are stealing from your workers. That and AI cannot make you an artist. AI um, doesn't understand the design language. It doesn't understand uh, the micro details that you have to put in your art. It doesn't understand story writing. It can understand the like what's the beginning, the middle, and the end, but it doesn't know how to tell it. The art to be an artist is to struggle. You have to make you have to struggle. Um, if you want to get better, you always have to push yourself. You always have to master the techniques in order to become better. You cannot um, just be stagnant like AI, because AI is going to a point that is going to become stagnant. and the stagnation comes death. So so whenever you are an artist, just be consistency. Consistency is the key for success in art. AI will not be consistent because AI is a digital printer. It's just printing. That's it. It's not making. It's not creating. It's just printing. And what they print, if you think that the AI art is good, then my shit is gold. My art is gold then. Um and yeah, and AI is not. It doesn't. It doesn't scares me. It it just makes me makes me wonder if the creators of AI hates human. Like if they genuinely hate humans. That's my biggest question to them. Like if you actually hate humans, because I wholeheartedly believe that. Um, I will never forget the a documentary for Studio Ghibli when they were showing to Miyazaki, the creator of Studio Ghibli, uh, AI art basically, and he said that it was an insult to life and anti-human. We're and he said that we are going to a dark time if humans are not making art and it's just robots. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. And my my hopes that I still have, I know that I've been painting like a very grim uh, picture, but I'm not. Uh, it doesn't it doesn't scares me. The green future. I have I have delved into Warhammer. I have seen grim, so it's not. This is nothing. Um, I hope that I can get a job, or either with soldering or just working on a warehouse with a forklift. Fuck it, I don't know. And make my game. Like just start making my game, my what I want to do. Uh, Making maybe even music here and there, even with my disability with fucking hearing. Beethoven was deaf, so fuck it, you know. Um, I'll figure it out. I'm not. I'll figure it out. As I go. As that's how I've been doing my whole life, basically. Um, right now, I had fixed my biggest issue. Well, not fix, but like manage it. That is my health. Now, what I need to do is go back to what I want to do and to do my what I'm more passionate about. That I like my art and do my YouTube channel. Maybe do shorts, TikTok, reels too as well. Um, Tinkering more with technology and all that stuff because I love to tinker. I love to stress test computer parts and try new operation softwares. Like I have an old phone that I'm gonna try to see if I can unlock it and boot up a different operating software. I want to see if I can do that. And another one that just basically doesn't turn on. I'm like, can I open it and see what I can do if I can just put a new battery or something like that and then bring it to life and then to give it another go with putting another software or develop something there. Yeah, that's I think that's it. I have rambled for like 45 minutes. I think that's good enough. All right. See ya. See you soon. Bye.